Good morning, guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hey Adam G, your online inspirational talk show. It's indeed a beautiful Friday morning with one day left before the finals night of Miss Universe 71st edition, and I'm so pumped up right now. And look who I am about to interview. My gosh, I can't believe that the Miss Universe organization gave me this opportunity to interview who could be an potential or eventual Miss Universe winner. So here she is, without further ado, Miss Universe Curacao 2022, Gabriela Dos Santos.
How are you? I'm right here.
Gosh, guys, I'm so in awe of her beauty right now. I wish you guys are also given the chance to see her in person because look at her. Look at her beauty. She looks like Gal Gadot for me, to be honest.
I have a lot of people that tell me I look like Gal Gadot, so I do see some similarities.
So how have you been? Oh my gosh, you really killed your preliminary
Thank you so much.
performance.
I've been great. I've been feeling good. I've been feeling very grateful, calm, and just proud of myself. Really proud of myself, you know? Sometimes when you go in those situations where you have to go on stage and show yourself to public, it's not always easy. It's something you're exposing yourself to people, you're exposing yourself to cyberbullying, you're exposing yourself to so many comments that you can get. Some people are gonna love you, some people are gonna hate you. But just knowing that I gave it my all and people perceived me very well, I like that. And I feel very honored and very, very grateful, really.
I think you really excelled in your evening gown segment because that green gown, can you tell us more about it? It suits you perfectly.
It's a funny story because I got that gown literally 1 hour before the competition started. I never tried it on. I tried it on the moment I went on stage. So I had my hair and everything done, and that's where I tried on the gown because the gown is from Peru. It's from a designer called Jose Zafra, and he designed it for me, but he had to get it shipped, and I never tried it on in anything. So the first time I wore it and actually got to walk in it and manage it was on stage. That was my first time just wearing that dress. But I think I'm very vibrant in the color. I really like it, and I know that he was making me this dress. So I wanted something vibrant because I see myself as a vibrant soul. I come from an island that's just very colorful. So I said I wanted color on stage. I don't want the plain Jane silver or gold. I want color. I want to be vibrant, like, you know, really give that energy out there. And the moment I wore it, I think it snapped in my head to do a turn, and I did that turn, and it turned out perfectly. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And you just don't know the impact that you generated among us pageant fans, not just here, who's watching in Louisiana, but also from my country in the Philippines. Considering that the first you weren't here you were here physically, but you weren't showing up in the first few days of the pageant because of your medical situation. So
Yes.
looking back from there to where you are at this moment, what realizations or lessons have you learned about yourself or in life in general as you ponder on everything that's going on right now?
I think I didn't expect myself to get tested positive in COVID the first day arriving here. You know, you've worked so hard and you're finally here and you just want to start. And then having to test positive was definitely, a heartbreak at that moment. But I've realized to always look at the positive in every situation. So the moment this happened, I just could think, you know what, they're already giving me a chance. They're giving me 5 days to quarantine. If I'm out here negative, I can still compete. Because there are other girls that they just disqualify them instantly. So I realized what blessing I had already. And I didn't take it like, oh, I'm gonna miss out on the activities or I'm gonna miss out meeting the girls. Because I was only focusing on the positive. And in those days of quarantine, I really focused on self-reflection. Really discovering parts of myself. I discovered that I'm very resilient, that I'm a person that knows how to take action when something happens or an obstacle presents. Because that's how it is. When an obstacle presents, you need to take action instantly. You don't have to let it just pass by and grieve about what could have gone better. No, you make it better because you have to take that action. And that's exactly what I did. And coming out, I was super welcomed by all the girls. I didn't feel left out. I didn't feel like the girls were not connecting or bonding with me. I felt super loved, and it just, everything flowed exactly how it should be because I trusted my process and I knew that this was happening for a reason.
If there's any comfort or if it will make you feel any better, Miss France was
Yes.
also in the same situation last year, but she made it all the way to top 10. But
Yes.
now everyone's predicting that you can even go all the way to win the title. Wow,
That's
the amount
really,
of love and
yes.
support.
Miss France actually messaged me and she was like, you know what, stay strong and focus on. And she had it worse than I did. She had 10 days of quarantine. So can you imagine being? Our competition is 10 days. Imagine being all the 10 days in quarantine. That's crazy, you know. But I had 5 days. I had the privilege to just be 5 days in there and to focus on myself and to rest and to, you know, work on my own strategy of how I'm going to go out there and show the world who Curacao is, because I've missed 5 days of exposure, for example, and you need to pick that all up. But I think I proved myself in the preliminary competition, and now we're just one day away from the final night, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
And I think all the girls are just ready to do it. Yeah.
More than your show-stopping preliminary performance, even if you weren't showing up in those 5 days, just your representation alone in Miss Universe. I mean, you have so many advocacies. Life for Change, and I'm also particularly intrigued by the second one, which is I am the voice for your generation. So
Yes.
can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, of course. So 2 years ago, I was cyberbullied, and then I went through a very dark time in my life. I think when you go through a moment where you feel like your world is turning upside down and everything's becoming dark, the only thing that you really need is, you know, somebody to rescue you or some light. So I thought about setting up a foundation afterwards to really talk about cyberbullying. But not only cyberbullying, I want to talk about discrimination, racism, abuse, you know, all those things that make people go through this hardship in life. And that's why I started Life for Change. And what I do is I basically go to schools, I give presentations, I provide people with help. I'm a certified life coach myself. So hopefully in the future when I'm a little bit more experienced, and I feel like I need to work a little bit more on myself so that I can provide people with 100% my skills, because you can't half do it. You know, you have to be fully prepared yourself so that you can help somebody else. So I'm still working on my life coaching skills, but I want to personally coach people so that they can get motivated, inspired, and turn their lives around and see the positive in every situation that they go through. And about being the voice of my generation, I think I'm 20 years old, you know, I'm very young, and I felt the pressures that my generation has to have their life together at 21 years old, to be very successful, to have all the materials and the luxury. No, like, it's not like that. I want to be the voice of my generation of knowing that social media should not influence our life, or it shouldn't distract you from your purpose. You have to focus on your own truth and just be focused on what you want to achieve and what your true passions are, because when you follow your passions, that's where you're going to find happiness within yourself, and you're able to, you know, provide that happiness to the world. And that's what we want, because you want to have that type of energy to give out to the world. You don't want to do something that you do not like doing, you know. So that's exactly what I stand for, and I just want my generation to realize how much potential and impact we have on the future and the generations to come, and we need to take our responsibility in that.
You already sound like the transformational leader woman that the Miss Universe organization is looking for, just by hearing your 5-minute answer about it. Don't you realize that? Have you realized that? I mean, you're coming in such a perfect time for Miss Universe.
Thank you. I believe in God's timing, honestly. I always said it's always God's plan, never your own plan. So if it's my time, it's my time, for sure.
So you told us earlier about your strategy while you were in quarantine. So for the remaining 24 hours,
Yes.
what's your strategy gonna be like? What are you thinking right now?
Right now, I'm not getting nervous at all. I'm feeling calm and trying to keep myself in the most balanced and just very grounded space. I'm also not letting too much the comments that I've been receiving, or, you know, all I've received a lot of people like uplifting me, and they were super proud of me, but I don't want to let that get too much in my head. I want to still remain humble and still give it my all, because anything could go wrong too, you know, like I could do it great or I could do it wrong, you know, you never know what can happen, because it's a momentum. It's just there on that stage. Whatever happens, you could trip, you could whatever. There's so many things that can happen. So I'm just remaining myself in a calm space with a positive mindset again, and just focusing on enjoying every moment, because it's the last time that I'll be on the Miss Universe stage, and I want to make it one to remember for myself, for my country, for my fans, for everybody. So I just want to enjoy every moment that I have there.
And I think you're practicing what you are preaching, because you're an advocate for cyberbullying, so definitely you're applying everything. in terms of how you should handle yourself in terms of facing all this criticism from left and right, from the fans from all over the world. So yeah.
You can't please everybody in life, and that's something that we should remember. You know, like we're all different, and what might be beautiful to you might not be beautiful to me, and that's okay. And I should respect that. But there's a way of telling people that, or your opinion. But there's also a way to deal with it when you receive a hateful comment, and that's what we should focus more on instead of eliminating that problem. Because
Yeah.
there's no way to eliminate it. There's just a way to deal with it.
True, true. So, last few questions. So, for those aspiring beauty queens who are watching us right now, who are about to enter Miss Universe pageant system, what can you advise them in terms of handling themselves on social media, since you're an advocate yourself?
Definitely, I would say, focus on yourself. Really. Do whatever is important to you. Don't think about what people want to see from you or what they expect from you. Because at the end of the day, you know what's right for you. And you know that there's only so much that you can give. And it's a journey that many people don't know everything about. I've been through so much. People just see me now on stage and they see me shining, but they don't know what I've been through the last 6 months. I've cried. I've been through so many breakdowns that now I can say, I look great and I've stepped my game up. But people don't know what I've been through. So just focus on yourself. And even if you have to cry it out and pick yourself up and keep going. Keep going. Never give up. Not even a split second. Because you have to be resilient. And if you want to accomplish anything in your life, you have to be a resilient, empowered, and inspiring woman.
Well said. On that note, thank you so much. I wish I could talk to you longer, but I'm under time constraint to do this. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
I could really be talking to the next Miss Universe as Thank you so much. Message to all your followers who have been supporting you, rooting for you.
Thank you so much for all the support. I'm excited for tomorrow. And yeah, keep sending me the positive energy and love because I truly appreciate it and it helps me a lot. Big kiss.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Love you guys.